Hello, everyone. Welcome to a 100 Yards Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host and producer this afternoon, Logan Landers. And joining me to talk about the Chicago Bears and their team needs coming into 2024, the very talented Jay McLovin coming over from the Elite Sports and Entertainment Network. Jay McLovin, give the fans at home what you think Chicago should do, what positions they need to fill. As we know, they have the number one pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. So let the people at home know what should Chicago do to improve their team.
Well, the first thing they should do is reevaluate their upper level management structure system. I think that the Eberflus should be gone, and a slew of other people should be gone. But apparently, they're still there. So that's probably your first issue. The second issue with the Bears is they got like you said, they got a lot of needs, right? They still haven't figured out this O-line situation. It's still a mess. They haven't really, truly, in my opinion, 100% fixed the running back position. Who they bring in their running back?
Give me just a second. I'll look that up for you.
I don't think there's anybody who really gave a damn. But
come on.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Keenan Allen. Let's see. They got Keenan Allen. They brought him in to help out. But for the running back room, I know they had Herbert. They had him for a little bit. And then as we keep looking here at their team, they're just trying to fill roles. And right now, Jay, like I said, they got a lot of roles they need to fill because, like I said, like we were talking pre-show, there's a reason they're drafted number one, and that's more of a team effort. But continue your discussion, though. What you think about them?
Well, it's just like I said, it starts at the very top, right? With the hiring process of the coaches, that they never got off to the right foot there.
Yeah,
and they still haven't got off to the right foot. They still got the same clown that they had last year, thinking that was going to work, and it didn't work at all. But the second thing is they just haven't made good on the people that they've drafted so far.
Yeah.
Fields is obviously the bigger priority name. But they brought in other people as well that just haven't really matriculated out to where they were supposed to be. And this is a team that has a lot of draft capital and has a lot of draft cap space.
Yeah.
That they should be able to do something with. And the fact that they have it, Logan, it's almost like they're the Panthers of the Midwest.
Ooh.
I hate to be rough like that, but they really are the Packers of the Midwest.
Panthers,
man.
Panthers, yeah.
Panthers, Packers, whatever.
Yeah. I know Jay's our Cowboys fan. You don't care much about the Packers. I know that.
Not the least.
I know, but go ahead.
Look at their running room. They brought in DeAndre Swift. They brought him over from Philadelphia. Now Philadelphia is going to rock Saquon Barkley. I don't even know what that even was all about because I felt like all these teams just got worse. None of them got better. For various reasons. I think maybe Chicago does make out the best here with the running back in DeAndre Swift. I don't know. It's got him, you got Herbert, and you got Johnson. I mean, that's about what you got to work with.
I mean, and you mentioned you look at Chicago. I mean, it seems a slam dunk. They're going to go quarterback number one, more than likely, right? The big projection is Caleb Williams number one. Well, if you want to hear all of our opinions about it, check us out on the channel. We have other videos about Caleb Williams, so I'm not going to give away much here. You're going to check that out. But it seems like they're going to go with the quarterback, and that's fine, right? That's cool. But, Jay, what was one of the big problems with Justin Fields the last couple of seasons? He didn't have an O-line. Development, he didn't have an O-line.
Yeah, he didn't have either one, to be honest with you.
He didn't have time to breathe, right? And whether it's the staff around him, the coaching and whatnot, or and we'll see how his career progresses. If it was just his ability, Chicago, Jay, they've been looking for a quarterback for, I would say, a steady quarterback, someone who's been under center for a while. Since what, Jay Cutler?
Yeah.
And that's been 6, 7 some odd years now. So it's just been a revolving door for quarterbacks. So obviously, we know they're going to address that number one overall, it feels like. But you mentioned some of the names they've brought out and brought over in free agency. You mentioned DeAndre Swift. That's already a better running room than you had last year just by adding him. But you also added a few other guys, like you mentioned, Jalen Johnson, probably the biggest one. You got him 4 years, $76 million. He's coming over. And he's going to continue to help out there. But, I mean, other than that, Jay, they signed Matt Pryor to a 1-year deal on the O-line, just kind of there. Guy's been injured a lot. Gerald Everett, who's got a solid career. He's going to be there for a little bit. Kevin Byard, another kind of a bigger name that they got. But like I say, he's 30 years old, so we'll see how long he's there. They got Jonathan Owens on the safety position, and he brought in a couple of other guys on just kind of short one-year deals. But I was thinking, man, if that tells me that for the most part they're going to go super heavy in the draft for their roster development, which we'll see in a couple of years how that pays out. But obviously, I think they're going to go quarterback probably number one, first round, and then they could also go, edge rusher. They need some work there. Obviously, I think receivers is another big part, a big factor. Going to have someone who can catch the ball and get touchdowns. You can help out back on the defense, man. You need linebackers. I mean, look, there's a reason they're going number one, right? There's a reason. So they have a lot of team needs. They need to fill a lot of positions. They need to get worked out, whether that's in the draft, whether that's making trades. There's a lot of just open room for these guys once they get drafted to potentially already be starters come day one and not have to wait behind a veteran or another player just because of how this team is structured. So it remains to be seen, man. But Chicago, number one on the board. Seems like they're going to go with a quarterback. We'll see how that plays out. And if it's just individual talent that is the reason that's driving all these quarterbacks out of Chicago, if it's the system, if it's the team, if it's the upper management, time will tell. But all we know, Jay, is that Chicago, you are on the clock. And what else is on the clock? What else is on the calendar, Jay, is our upcoming NFL draft live coverage reaction show. Yes, that's going to be live Thursday, April 25th on the channel. Check us out there, 7:30 Eastern. Give us a little bit of a pre-draft analysis, who we think is going to go early, maybe some potential trades or anything along those lines that happens on draft night. Be there 7:30 Eastern, Facebook and YouTube to check it all out. And so that way you can enjoy this show and see what all we have to say about what your team is selecting. Jay McLovin, man, appreciate you coming on, talking some football with me today, talking some draft needs, some team needs for the Chicago Bears, who are number one on the clock. I've been your host and producer, Logan Landers. Enjoy your weekends, everyone. Go and look at some draft footage, and we'll talk to you on